Ain't so bad for a old man pushing 60. I don't know. A friend of mine said one time, he doesn't know how we can do it. And he's the same age as me, because he has a hard time walking to the end of his driveway and back to get the mail. Well, don't get me wrong. He works every day. He goes to his same job he's been doing for 30 years. I'm not even sure exactly what he does there. Something in the shipping. But the point is, you just got to do it. You got to do it. You got to just keep going. One foot in front of the other. And you got to do it. You got to do it at least 2-3 times a week. You got to get out and do something. I'm fully aware at my age, if I turned into a couch potato, I would be destined to be a couch potato the rest of my life. Exercise isn't as easy as it was when I was 25 to 35, even 40 in the Army. We worked out every day, every morning, PT. Now I can't do that kind of crazy stuff anymore. I do a lot of stopping. Beth and I call them standing 60s. You just stand for a second. Especially when we're backpacking and I'm carrying a full pack. My pack usually ranges between right around 38 pounds with 2 liters of water. But this snowshoeing isn't easy either, especially in this terrain we're doing. But for anyone who's never been to Isle Royale, this is kind of what Isle Royale's like, except for roots and rocks. And obviously no one's ever there when it's snow on the ground, except for maybe the moose research people. But people think I'm joking or being a smart aleck when I say Isle Royale is up with rocks and roots in every direction. And it's because there's so much elevation change. You'll climb to the top of a rock peak on the Monong, which would be like 900, 1,000 feet. Then you climb back down to 600 feet and climb back up to 900 or 1,000 feet, all within less than 1/10 of a mile. So if you're getting ready to go to the island, especially if it's your first time, do yourself a favor. Put your pack on, even if you're just walking around your neighborhood. But if you have somewhere that looks like this in your area with hills, put your pack on and go climb up and down them hills. If your pack feels too heavy, even walking around your neighborhood, it is. Let me tell you right now, it is. Go back home, dump it out. Figure out what you really don't need. If you need help deciding what's really important and what's not, message, make a comment on one of these videos, reach out to me. I'll help you. I'll help anybody. This stuff, I've seen so many people show up there with packs so heavy they blow their feet out before they hit 3 mile. And there's no way to throw garbage away. Anything you bring to that island, you need to take off with you. Elevation changes. People say, well, it doesn't have elevation like out in the mountains. Nope. But it's not uncommon to go down 400 or 500 feet and then back up 400 or 500 feet in 1/10 of a mile or a 1/4 of a mile. And then climb on the peak for a little while and go right back down. That's Isle Royale. Up and down, every direction. The worst section of trail period on the island, in my opinion, is between Little Todd and North Desor. It's only 6 miles. but I believe there's 5 elevation changes. You go down to 600, back up to 900 or 1,000. 5 times. 6 if you count coming down the last time to North Desor and going back up the other side. But that's the trick for me anyway. I'm not here to tell anybody else what to do. The trick for me is just keep walking. Just keep walking. You'll get there. Just keep going. Never give up. Never say never. I can't is the only word in this human vocabulary that keeps people from doing shit. I can do anything. I might not be as fast as everybody else, but I don't care. I can do anything. And that's the attitude you gotta have if you're gonna go to Isle Royale. Take your time. But in this video, this stuff right here, very typical of Isle Royale. The UP and Isle Royale aren't that much different as far as the way their terrain is. We've hiked all them trails so many times. It's like I count where we are on the trail. We have 4 more summits to climb, or 3 more summits to go over, 2 more, that kind of stuff. It's like, heck, I've hiked from from the section from 3 Mile to Rock Harbor so many times that I know for a fact, there's 8 boardwalks. You get to Susie's Cave marker, there's 8 boardwalks between you and Rock Harbor and the Hamburger. All right, I'm up to the first bench we came across. You can see Beth's not that far ahead of me. I can see her through the trees. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. You can see Beth through the trees going up another hill. If you have something around your house that looks like this, that's what you want to practice with your backpack. And believe me, even if you're only walking around your block, let your neighbors freak out, ask you dumb questions. When I first moved to Lonson and was walking around with my backpack, one woman in a car said some things to me. She thought I was homeless and I should be moving along or something to that effect. And it's funny because I only live a quarter mile down the road from her. But if you walk around your neighborhood and your pack feels too heavy, it is. Take some stuff out of it. Once you get to the island, you have only 2 choices. Carry it or throw it in a dumpster in Rock Harbor or Wendigo. Don't be those people that throw stuff at campgrounds or leave it behind. There was 2 guys that left a bunch of stuff at the North Desor campground. They left out of Wendigo with way too much stuff. They left a bunch of stuff at the Wendigo North Desor campground. They had to send a trail crew up there. There was probably 25 pounds worth of stuff. Stuff like a trenching tool, a friggin' 30-inch machete, pots and pans, all kinds of stuff. A hatchet. I remember the trail crew guy showing me the hatchet. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. There's only maybe a half a dozen places on the island you can have a campfire if you're hiking only. Let me think. Isle of Mine, Siskiwit Bay, Little Todd, McCargo Cove, Todd Harbor, Chippewa Harbor, Malone Bay, and there's grills in the marina in Rock Harbor. That's it. I don't think I missed any. So what the heck do you need a hatchet for? The rule on the island is, even if you're in Little Todd, where your fire pit's illegal, or Isle of Mine, you're not supposed to burn anything bigger than your wrist. If you can't snap it, you probably shouldn't be burning it. But this terrain's a lot like Isle Royale, up and down. My friend John calls the Greenstone Ridge Trail the Green Canopy, or the Green Tunnel. This one would be like a green tunnel in the summer when the trees all have leaves. I may not be fast, but I just don't stop. I mean, I don't quit. I rest. I'll get to the top and take my breath. Any of the people who've seen me on the island hiking, it's kind of a joke. I don't pass by what I call a sitting rock. It's one of them flat ones that's right on the side of the trail where you can sit down on it without taking your pack off. I was playing leapfrog with a couple of young guys on the Greenstone last year. By about the third time I went past them, they were commenting about always seeing me sitting on a rock. That's what I told them. I call these sitting rocks. I don't blow by one. Even if you just sit for 60 seconds, sometimes you can go another 2-3 miles without stopping. You just sit down, get the weight off your shoulders. Big thing is drink a little water. Even out here in the winter on these hikes, very rarely will you see us stop and drink water on camera. But rest assured, we always have water or Powerade or something with us. Right now, going 3/4 mile out and 3/4 mile back, the Gatorade or the Powerade really is in the truck. But there's a backpack we take all the time. It always has 2 liters of water in it. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. This is actually kind of normal, even on Isle Royale. Beth gets in a groove. It's not unusual for her to leave me half a mile behind. I always show up. Usually I'm about a half an hour behind her.